Lindy Thomas, radio presenter, joined by my very dear friend, Paul Bushell, psychologist and author, and together we formed the Kindness Can movement. Now, welcome to kindnesscan.tv. Please subscribe below. We'd love to take you along on our journeys of collecting kind stories. Now, in this episode, we join Clint Mclean from the Ubuntu Army once more in the inner city. And what really stood out for me in this particular visit was how there was such a sense of honoring and there was such peace and order. And big up to Clint and the Ubuntu Army for really streamlining this process.
St. Peter's Parish is a parish in the Archdiocese of Durban, in the central of Durban, South Beach. And this area is mainly formed with foreigners, refugees, and especially the people who are pensioners and who are really looking for some bread, something to live. They don't have jobs, like permanent jobs.
My name is Kenneth. I'm a Nigerian national. Actually, when this lockdown started, we find it very important when we look at the single mothers out there. Most of them are not working. And I'm sorry to say the government was not paying attention to that, okay? So we took it upon ourselves that we should organize maybe 10 to 15 people, gather themselves together, see what we can raise, understand, to support them. Because life is all about love. If you cannot share the little you have with other people, I mean, what's the need of living?
During this lockdown, precisely, we have been mainly feeding parcels. I think, if I'm not mistaken, from the beginning that I started until we joined together, we have handed more than 4,000 parcels from this area.
It's taken us 2 months to get the system together, which apparently in NGO time there's no time at all. So we're pretty stoked with it.
We have a lot of young people, young girls here, and even, as you can see, many people here who cannot afford to get a job or whatever in their own. We try to support them to start a small thing, like a small business. Like when we started the project, it was like, okay, just talking to you, all might be refugees, you all might be poor, but let's start. Those who have a bit, bring something. Some were bringing books. It's not the same idea when he came with Ubuntu. If you have, you give. If you are in need, you can come and take.
Thank you, because you're inspiring us to be better and you're inspiring us that we can always do more.
Thank you.
So thank you for having us here today. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I've been smiling under this mask the whole time.
and I
might not be able to see it, but I am, I promise. It's really hard not to get choked up when looking at these chats that we had with some of the people queuing to get food. And I think what really resonated with me as being a mum of 3 small children, when chatting to this young chap who's a dad and having lost his job to COVID-19 as a waiter, I could just feel like the hopelessness, and for refugee people at this time as well. It's hard at the best of times, and you throw a pandemic into the mix, you just wonder, like, how do you get through day by day?
And so not for a second do I want to take away from the fact that fear and hopelessness are feelings that make sense in the story. But what we also saw in the story was the ability to have those feelings and hold them, and at the same time be incredibly respectful and gentle and kind with one another. So it's so reassuring to know that no matter what your situation or circumstances, you have 2 hands and you can hold polarized feelings sometimes at the same time. And you have to learn how to acknowledge both of them, but make sure that you're giving them the same amount of attention. And that's what keeps that hope alive when you have experiences like that.
So if you'd like to join us on our next kind adventure, please subscribe below. We can't wait to collect more stories of love and hope and kindness. Until we connect again, so much love. Go well.